Was I wrong for what I did? Honestly, I'm still not sure. And that's why I'm bringing this whole insane story to you guys today. Imagine being a teenager, desperate for a bit of popularity, and deciding that the best way to achieve it is to hire a fake celebrity to be your friend. Sounds wild, right? Well, that's exactly what my little brother, Liam, did, and it blew up in our faces in a way I could never have anticipated. I'm talking full-blown, public humiliation, a school-wide scandal, and a level of cringe that still makes my teeth hurt when I think about it. Tell me, would you have done the same thing if you were me? Caught in the crossfire of your siblings' most spectacularly misguided plan? Because I had to make a choice, and that choice had some serious consequences. Okay, so let's rewind a bit. My name's Chloe, and I'm 17, just trying to get through junior year without too much drama. Liam is 15, a freshman, and let's just say he's always been a bit much. He's got this intense desire to be liked, to be popular, to be seen as cool. The problem is, Liam isn't naturally popular. He's a bit awkward, he tries too hard, and he often says the wrong thing at the wrong time. He's into gaming, which is fine, but it's not exactly a ticket to the A-list crowd at Northwood High. Our school is like any other with its distinct cliques. The jocks, the cheerleaders, the artsy kids, the nerds, and then the general mass of average students, which is where Liam and I mostly resided, though I was a bit more comfortable blending in. Liam, however, wanted to dominate the social hierarchy. He wanted to be a legend, and he thought he'd found his shortcut. It all started subtly enough. Liam became obsessed with Sabrina Carpenter, not in a weird, stalkerish way, but in a she's super cool and popular, and if I could just be associated with someone like her, my problems would be solved kind of way. He'd watch all her interviews, listen to her music nonstop, and even started trying to dress a bit more trendy after seeing her fashion choices. I just rolled my eyes. It was a typical teenage phase, I thought. Everyone has a celebrity crush or idol. But Liam's obsession took a dark, unexpected turn. One afternoon about 2 months ago, I walked into his room to borrow his charger, and he was hunched over his laptop, muttering to himself. "What are you doing, you goblin?" I asked, snatching the charger from his desk. He jumped, almost knocking over a glass of water. "Nothing. Just watching a stream," he stammered, quickly minimizing a tab. His face was flushed. Now Liam's a terrible liar. A really, really bad liar. So naturally, my spidey senses started tingling. I peered at his screen. Dude, that looks like a casting website, not a game stream. He tried to push me out, but I'm stronger. I managed to catch a glimpse of the minimize tab before he closed it completely. It said something about lookalikes and celebrity impersonators. My mind raced. What the heck was Liam up to? I didn't press him then. I figured he was probably just looking up stuff for a school project or something equally mundane. Oh, how naive I was. Over the next few weeks, Liam started acting even stranger. He was constantly on his phone, whispering into it, and giggling to himself. He'd disappear into his room for hours, only emerging for meals, looking like a cat that swallowed a canary. He even started spending more of his allowance, which was odd because he's usually pretty frugal. When I asked him what he was spending his money on, he just shrugged and said, "Stuff." Very informative, Liam. Very informative. The big reveal came, as all disastrous plans do, entirely by accident. Our school was having its annual Fall Fest, a pretty big deal with games, food trucks, and a talent show. Liam, for the first time ever, seemed genuinely excited about it. He was practically vibrating with anticipation. He even bought a new outfit, which was a huge red flag because Liam usually wears the same 3 hoodies on a rotation. "Why are you so hyped for Fall Fest?" I asked him, genuinely curious. "It's just Fall Fest, not the Grammys." He grinned, a wide, slightly unhinged grin. "You'll see, Chloe. You'll see. It's going to be legendary." I brushed it off. I had my own friends to hang out with at Fall Fest, and my own worries about a history test. The day of the Fall Fest arrived, and the school grounds were buzzing. I was chilling with my best friend, Sarah, near the main stage, waiting for the talent show to start, when I saw him. Liam. He was walking across the quad, not alone, but with a girl by his side. A girl who looked eerily like Sabrina Carpenter. And I mean eerie. Same blonde hair, Same distinctive facial features, same kind of effortless style. She was a really good lookalike. Too good. My stomach dropped. I remembered the casting website, the whispering, the secret spending. Oh my God. I whispered to Sarah, pointing. Is that Sabrina Carpenter? Sarah squinted. No way, Chloe. Why would Sabrina Carpenter be at our fall fest? She's like famous. But then she paused. Wait, but she really does look like her. Like really look like her. Liam, meanwhile, was beaming. He was walking with a swagger I'd never seen from him. Basking in the attention they were clearly attracting. People were stopping, staring, pulling out their phones. Whispers rippled through the crowd. Is that Sabrina Carpenter? No way. Oh my God, it is. Liam was eating it up, nodding and smiling vaguely as if to confirm their suspicions. He was introducing the girl who he called Sabrina, of course he did, to everyone he passed. And Sabrina was playing along perfectly. She had the mannerisms down, the little head tilts, the polite but slightly distant smile. It was a masterclass in impersonation. My blood ran cold. I knew with a sickening certainty what Liam had done. He hadn't just found a lookalike. He had hired one. He had hired a fake Sabrina Carpenter to pretend to be his friend. All for the sake of popularity. The sheer audacity, the incredible stupidity of it, was almost breathtaking. I felt a mix of embarrassment, fury, and a strange sort of horrified admiration for his elaborate scheme. My little brother, the awkward gamer, had pulled off something truly insane. And it was clearly working, at least for now. Kids were flocking to them, asking for selfies, gushing over Sabrina. Liam was at the center of it all, soaking up the reflected glory. He looked genuinely happy, probably for the first time in his life, truly popular. I had to confront him. But how? And when? I couldn't just yell, "That's not Sabrina Carpenter, you idiot," in the middle of Fall Fest. It would humiliate him, sure, but it would also humiliate me. And our entire family. My parents would kill him. And then me for not stopping him. I spent the next hour watching the spectacle unfold, feeling like I was in a surreal nightmare. Liam and his fake celebrity friend were the undisputed stars of Fall Fest. Every eye was on them. Every phone camera was flashing. It was everything Liam had ever dreamed of. So that's the situation I was in, and I had to make a choice. Before I tell you what happened next, I want you to pause and comment below what you would have done in my shoes. Would you have let it play out, hoping it would just fizzle? Would you have confronted him privately, risking a major sibling fight? Or would you have blown the whistle, exposing the whole charade right then and there? My mind was a whirlwind of ethical dilemmas and potential disaster scenarios. If I let it continue, someone would inevitably find out, and the fallout would be catastrophic. The school, the parents, the actual Sabrina Carpenter's PR team. It would be a legal and social nightmare. But if I exposed him, I would be destroying his carefully constructed fantasy, ruining his newfound popularity, and probably breaking his heart in the process. He might never forgive me. As his older sister, didn't I have a responsibility to protect him? Even from himself? I decided I couldn't let it go on. The longer it went, the worse the eventual crash would be. I saw Liam and Sabrina, heading towards the food truck line, surrounded by a throng of admirers. This was my chance. I took a deep breath, mentally braced myself, and pushed through the crowd. "Liam!" I called out, trying to sound calm, but my voice was shaking. He turned, his triumphant smile faltering slightly when he saw my determined expression. "Chloe. Hey. Look who's here," he said, gesturing to Sabrina, with a flourish. "I told you Fall Fest was going to be awesome." "Liam, I need to talk to you. Privately," I said, my eyes boring into his. He tried to brush me off. "Can't it wait? We're just getting some fries with everyone." I shook my head, my jaw tight. "No. It can't wait." Now, the fake Sabrina Carpenter, sensing the shift in atmosphere, gave a nervous little cough. The crowd around them, sensing drama, started to quiet down, their attention now fully on us. Liam, realizing I wasn't backing down, finally relented. He mumbled something about "be right back" to his adoring public, and followed me to a quieter corner near the bike racks. "What is it, Chloe? You're ruining my moment," he hissed, his eyes narrowed. Your moment, I retorted, my voice low but fierce. Your moment is a ticking time bomb, Liam. What the hell were you thinking? You hired an impersonator? Are you out of your mind? He flinched, his bravado instantly evaporating. How did you know? He whispered, his face paling. Doesn't matter how I know. What matters is that this is insane. This isn't going to end well, Liam. Someone's going to find out she's not the real Sabrina, and you're going to be the laughingstock of the entire school, possibly the internet. He looked down at his shoes, kicking at a loose pebble. I just wanted to be popular, Chloe. Everyone always ignores me. I thought if I had a celebrity friend, everyone would finally notice me. My heart ached for him, despite my anger. I understood his desperation, but this was not the way. This isn't popularity, Liam. This is deception. And it's going to backfire spectacularly. You need to end this. Now. He looked up, his eyes wide with panic. End it? How? What do I say? Everyone thinks she's real. What about her? She's getting paid. She won't just leave. That was a good point. He had probably signed some kind of agreement. Just tell them she has an emergency, a flight to catch, anything. Just get her out of here before this blows up in your face even harder. Just then, a group of girls led by Madison, the undisputed queen bee of the sophomore class, strutted over. Madison had a nasty streak and loved nothing more than a good scandal. What's going on over here? She purred, her eyes darting between Liam and me. Is Sabrina getting tired of the small-town life already? Liam froze. He looked at me, then at Madison, then back at me, a desperate plea in his eyes. This was it. The moment of truth. I had to decide if I was going to throw him under the bus or try to mitigate the damage. In that split second, my sisterly instinct kicked in. I couldn't let Madison, or anyone else, tear him down. Not like this. Sabrina just got an urgent call from her manager. I announced, stepping forward, my voice surprisingly steady. She actually has to fly out tonight for an emergency recording session. Super last minute. Madison's eyes narrowed. Really? That's a shame. I was hoping she'd perform at the talent show. Fake Sabrina, who had walked over to join us, picked up on my cue instantly. She was a professional, after all. Oh, I wish I could, she said, her voice dripping with fake regret. But you know how the industry is. Always on the go. She gave a practiced, apologetic shrug. I'm so sorry to leave you all, but duty calls. Liam looked utterly bewildered but wisely kept his mouth shut. The crowd, though disappointed, seemed to buy it. After all, celebrities do have last-minute emergencies, don't they? Fake Sabrina played her part perfectly, giving quick hugs, thanking everyone for their enthusiasm, and making a graceful exit. Liam, looking like a deer in headlights, just stood there as the crowd dispersed, muttering their goodbyes to the departing star. Once she was gone, and the immediate crisis was averted, Liam turned to me, his face a mixture of relief and residual terror. Chloe, you saved me. I glared at him. Saved you? I just postponed the inevitable. You still have to deal with this, Liam. And you need to explain everything to me. Every single stupid detail. We walked home in tense silence. As soon as we were in his room, I made him spill everything. He confessed to finding the impersonator online, paying her a hefty sum from his savings and allowance to spend the day at Fall Fest, and meticulously planning the whole charade to boost his social standing. The impersonator herself was an aspiring actress who saw it as a good gig, no questions asked. What now? Liam asked, his voice small. Everyone at school is going to expect her back. They're going to ask me about her. I sighed, rubbing my temples. You tell them she's too busy. That she's on tour, recording, doing celebrity stuff. You slowly fade out the Sabrina Carpenter story. And you never, ever do anything like this again, Liam. You hear me? This was insane. Like this video if you were on my side and think I did the right thing. Subscribe for more stories like this. And trust me, I've got plenty more where that came from. Share your final thoughts on this whole mess in the comments section below. I'll see you all in the next story.